All right, I'm in Mrs. Henry's class where we come in every single week to do Makerspace programming every single week. And in the month of January, we're working on our 3D paper sculpture technique design boards. Can you all say a little bit about the 3D paper sculpture techniques? What are we doing each week with these?
We're making, like, last week we did rolls, loops, tabs, curls. This week.
Okay, so we worked on all of these last week, these different structures, and talked about how we would use them to build, like pretend we're building a paper house and how these would all come into play.
This week we did the fringe, pleated fringe, curled fringe, and the pleat.
Okay, and then usually at the end of every 30-minute Makerspace session, we end with a small, sometimes 5 to 10-minute design challenge. So today was creating an abstract piece of artwork using some of the paper techniques that we've encountered thus far. So I'm going to zoom in real close and take a look at everyone's. Ooh, beautiful. And if you want to say anything about yours, you can.
I didn't have a lot of colors on mine, like a lot of different colors. So
okay. So we did, and we made these out of recycled book pages too. Yeah, so you did a nature scene with a tree.
It was challenging too.
You cut out different pictures from the story page that you had.
It's terrifying.
Yes, you freestyled, and so that looks like a cone from last week plus fringe from this week. So that's fun. And over here we have some more images.
It's a girl with dog ears that's glued to my thumb.
That's glued to your thumb. Okay, and then last but not least, what kind of different paper? Come and hold it up next to this board real quick so we can see how you incorporated the curled fringe. Is that pleated fringe right there?
I don't know.
And that's a pleat up there. And just making some fun abstract designs.
I don't know what this is.
All right, so next week we'll be back to finish up our board, and thank you so much for letting me come in. Bye. Okay, and now we're with Mrs. Graybill, our new middle school library assistant, and we're also adding all of these open access, low-tech, easy-to-use makerspaces to keep students engaged. So what do we have going on here, Mrs. Graybill?
Well, we have some coloring kind rocks, snowflakes to cut out. We have awesome, like, teen coloring books.
Like art therapy. Yeah. That's really good, especially end of the quarter, end of the semester.
Yeah, some word puzzles, some cool magnet connectors, and definitely Legos. Kids love those.
Okay.
And a few fidgets, you know, because that's the thing.
Fidgets, and then what's over here on this table?
A friendship bracelet making station.
Oh, that used to be one of my favorite things to do when I was younger. Okay, well, stay tuned for more awesome makerspaces from Mrs. Graybill in the middle school library. Thank you. All right, we're here with Seamus in the middle school library where we have just put together and installed a 3D printer. Tell us about the 3D printer journey. How's it going?
All right, currently we're working on installing some upgrades to the filament feed system. That's why it's partially taken apart right now. So right now we're working on swapping out some plastic pieces for some new red metal pieces that should work better, hold up better to heat and whatnot. We're also working on installing something called an auto leveler, so we don't have to manually level the print bed every time we use it. Currently we're waiting on some assistance with a motor because it doesn't have the right screws, but generally, yeah, it works great when it does work and it's not undergoing maintenance or repairs.
Okay,
but,
what have we printed out on this thing so far?
We've attempted to print octopi. They haven't worked, but
the rock-topi?
Yeah, indeed. If you'll follow me, we've printed a cat.
Everyone loves cats.
Printed a cat gold, indeed. Everyone does love cats.
So Seamus, while you're here at the circulation counter, you're also a student library aide.
Indeed, I am.
As well as on our student library dream team or advocacy team. And you're also speaking in front of the school board tomorrow evening about all of the fabulous changes we're making in our libraries. Is there anything you want to say about modernizing our libraries with 3D printers or anything else that the dream team is working on?
I definitely think that, you know, it's a good step forward. We're moving on from just having raw books to actually having, more interesting things like 3D printers to get people engaged. We've set up the 3D printer right where a window is so people can look at it while it's working. This is circulation counter. We've got Chromebooks for checkout if people should forget theirs. We also check new students out Chromebooks over there. And yeah, that's the check-in counter.
Okay. All right, so now we're over in the high school with Ms. Liz Wheeler to check out all the amazing updates and makerspaces that we have going on here. So go ahead, say a little bit about yourself, Ms. Wheeler, and then we'll start taking a lap around and check out all the things.
Yeah, so I'm Ms. Wheeler. I'm the high school library assistant. This is technically my first year, even though I subbed for 4 months last year, and I'm very excited to be here.
You're doing such amazing work, and it's lunchtime right now in the library, so it's kind of nice for everyone else in our learning community to see the flow in the high school library and the open access to all the things. So let's just start taking a walk around and looking at. So we have makerspace stations, which are no tech / low tech to high tech. They're just spaces for students to tinker, create, explore, relax. They often celebrate the engineering design process. And so we have a puzzle station. What else do you usually have going on at this table?
So I have a puzzle station going on, usually right at this table, and then I switch it out with a small makerspace. So right now we have a little origami stars that are going on.
All right.
And strips of paper.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you are so great at like rotating these stations out on a regular basis as well.
Yeah.
Now I'm panning this way, and I just want to say something about signage. So we're like, hey, we do makerspaces. That's going to be a future makerspace supply room. You've updated your genre signs.
Yeah, I have new genre signs thanks to the computer business class
Yes.
with Mr. Milky and Mr. Looney.
The signage looks gorgeous, and we have Innovate, Collaborate, Explore. Those are some of our, what do I want to say? Well, they're part of our standards in the language of the American Library Association. Now that I'm zooming in on this table, why don't we move right over here? What is this station?
Recently added.
This is Joshua. He's one of my TAs, and he's been given permission to sell stickers.
I love that. Are these your own personal artwork? Or
No.
how are you creating these stickers?
I buy them in bulk.
Buy in bulk and then sell?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we have some student entrepreneurs going on in the library here. That's awesome. And then over here, this is kind of like a cozy little reading corner / study corner / hangout area. Okay, flexible seating, comfortable seating. Speaking of which, we just got the couch as well as per our student needs assessment. All the students said they wanted beanbags, so we made that happen. You've got a really fabulous book display. You're really great about switching out your book displays constantly.
Yeah, so this one's all about mental health.
Okay, wonderful, perfect. All right, where should we go next? Should we go over to the piano since there's someone currently playing the piano?
Michael, he pretty much lives in the library and plays piano.
All right, so we've been trying to establish this music makerspace corner. Hello, students.
Hello.
And we currently have, what do we have, a guitar? We have checkoutable ukuleles.
Yes, and we have a harp and we have a keyboard, and then in the corner back there, you have Ava who's playing the guitar.
Yes, and that was donated as well,
Yeah,
right?
it was donated by a student.
Okay.
So thanks to Carson McGinley, we have a guitar now.
All right, and sometimes people are like, what? Music in a library? You know, we do it strategically. We don't do it when classes are in session. But again, it's makerspaces are all about open access to create, tinker, explore. I love seeing students collaborate and work together at the music makerspace corner. That's fun. And then we have spaces all over the library for different types of board games.
Game station right here. Right now it's chess.
Okay, chess is a really popular one in the library, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Anything else you want to say about the Makerspaces? You've done so many different things, and you've rotate them so quickly that they're not all, you know, open for us to look at right now. But do you want to say something? My favorite so far, I'm just swinging around and getting one big view of all the action in the library. I think my favorite station that you've set up so far was the mushroom spore printing station. Do you want to say something about that?
Yeah, so how that started was Ava Glowacki, who was in one of the last virtual field trip videos. She walked into the library with 2 large amanitas, which are the red mushrooms with white dots, and said, "Ms. Wheeler, let's do mushroom prints." So that was one of the ones that we did, and it was actually just mostly me and Ava bringing mushrooms and then cutting off the stems and placing the cap face down, and it just shows like all the different spores that mushrooms produce, and they come out in like different colors, like they can be red, white, brown.
Okay.
So, yeah.
They're gorgeous, and I just love, Ms. Wheeler, how amazing you are at making connections with students and inviting students to be co-collaborators and facilitators of the space, because that's what it's all about. Libraries, we are here to serve our patrons and invite them to join us in the journey of growing 21st century library spaces. All right, well, thank you so much for taking us on a tour today. Bye. All right, so here's Wallace, and he's one of the high school students that really utilizes our music makerspace quite a bit, and you are so talented and multifaceted. How many instruments do you know how to play, Wallace? You know how to play the piano.
I know how to play trombone, I know how to play piano, violin, guitar, ukulele, and a lot of that I learned from here.
That's awesome. Hey, why do you think it's important for students to have open access to makerspaces or even music makerspaces in libraries?
Well, I just think it's a nice way to like kind of vent out that creativity that you're not able to like release during some classes. So like you get to come here and just relax, you know, play a tune, nobody's disturbed, you know, everybody's got like something they can do here. It's really
That's
nice.
awesome. Do you want to play something for us real quick?
Hopefully. Ooh, let's not do that one. Let's. That's pretty good. Anyways,
I love it. No, and I just have to say that the background, I'm just loving the student playing music amongst the books in the library. It's what dreams are made of. Thank you so much for being a part of our virtual field trip this week, Wallace.
Anytime.
All right.